Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. It's Wednesday, and it's night number 3 for our January to June mini catalog kickoff. We will continue on our journey through the new mini catalog and some of the fun things in there, along with the Sale-a-Bration brochure. Sale-a-Bration started on January 4th, along with the new catalog going live. So that means free stuff, and who doesn't like free stuff? It's all so good. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed the last 2 evenings, and if you weren't able to join those two, I'll get the links for these. They are on YouTube, but I'm not entirely sure how you find them. They're on my channel. Again, I am not a YouTube expert, but I move stuff there, I post stuff there, so should be there. But anyway, I will put the links into some of my Facebook posts. I think might be the easiest way to help you find find me and find those if you weren't able to join us for them. So I am just going to go down here and see if I can find this. So the first night went the first night went really well, technology-wise. The second night had sound on my Facebook thing, and here we are again. Third night, sound on my Facebook. Isn't there a way to mute Facebook? How do I make it go away? Let me put on my glasses, see what I can see here. Settings. Does that do it? Closed captions, quality, data saver. It says at the top on my tablet, it says it's muted. See, this is why technology drives me nuts. Goes away if I make it small, but then I can't see the comments. Nothing's in real time, live time. And it didn't do it the first night. I don't, if it was always the same, it would make sense. But it's not. Oh, maybe if I do this, media, let's see. Oh, maybe I found it. Go back here. Is there any sound? I think maybe I found it. Now I just have to remember how I did it for tomorrow night. Okay, I only hear me once. I don't hear me a second time. I don't hear me echoing. Technology will not beat me. It will frustrate me though. Anyway, I am not a geek. I will never be a geek. I used to have a whole bunch of geeks that worked for me, and it was awesome because whenever anything went wrong, I just called them and they came and fixed it for me. But yeah, apparently those days are gone too. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Terry. Good evening. I'm glad you made it tonight. And Donna, welcome back. Donna's going to win the prize for coming every single night this week. I can feel it. Anyway, I'm really glad you're here, Donna and Terry. So we will have some fun with tonight is the Rainbows of Happiness bundle. We're going to play with that, but we will take a little bit of a catalog peek at a few more items tonight. So let me just switch this down to my workspace. I don't have anything up, but here is the first thing that I wanted to share with you from the catalog tonight. The Symbols of Fortune. I never know whether to hold this up or not. I hold it up, I get some glare, but it's a really unique set. It's different. It's got in the stamp set there is a crane, and there's this clump of flowers. These are the dies that cut these things out. There's this beautiful fan of flowers that hold that up a little bit closer. I don't have these to show you in real life, or I would. And then some leaf die cuts that are always handy. I don't know about you, but these little die cut bits that you can just cut in lots of different colors and things, and Of course, that is how I get all those bits and pieces on my desk, isn't it? But anyway, yes, I just find them really handy. They're great for making little accents on cards and things like that. And this, I think, the designer series paper in the catalog here is not going to show well on the camera with my lighting, or maybe my lack of lighting or something. It is almost very neutral tones. There is color in it. There's Calypso Coral, so that is lots of bright color. There's also Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and then there is gold and silver, and this is Crumb Cake. So it's sort of soft colors, just with some pops, but then there's gold and silver for some shine. And as I said, it's very different from a lot of the sets that we often have. So you know, you hear some people complaining like, oh, flowers, 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 we had enough of flowers. And there are some flowers in the set, but just a really different look. So big kudos to the designers and the artists who put this together, because this is just, it's wonderful. It's very different, very unique, and very elegant, a really elegant touch to it. So along with the stamp set and dies in this suite, this is where the mother of pearl paper is that we saw last night. That's super shiny, pretty paper. Quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet, but it'll be great for accents or something somewhere. It will get used. And then we also have some polished dots, and they are they're listed as Calypso Coral and Very Vanilla, but they are obviously very subtle in their look. But these are one of the packages of embellishments that you may choose as a gift from me if you place an order this week using my current host code, which is on my website. That's one of the ones that I'm offering. The Soft Succulent Satin Shimmer Ribbon. This is half an inch wide, and the last time I looked, it was still not available. So the whole suite is not available because this ribbon is not available. For some reason, they seem to be having some difficulty getting this ribbon in. And if anybody on here has an update on that, you can let me know. But the last time I looked, it was not available. So we may not be able to get that just yet, but I'm sure it's coming. Here is a little closer look at the stamp set, or a little larger look. So it is a distinctive stamp, which means the shading on the crane and the shading on the flowers is built right in. So you get that automatically when you use it and stamp with it. So that's kind of awesome. And then since we're here, look, oh, paradise palms. Sunny and warm and beachy. Yes, not not here where I live. Snowy, and Terry, I think it's snowy where you are. Donna, I know it's snowy where you are, because although you're south of me, you're not that far south of me. So snowy and cold, and actually there's not a lot of snow. Good snow on the hills though, must say. I was out, went for some training today at Blue Mountain, and the snow was wonderful. So, but here we have beachy summer, and that will be my opportunity to just pull in this and remind you once again of the online global retreat that we will be running in February. It will be all online. We'll do it on Facebook. We will set up a special private Facebook group for everyone that registers. And the We is a demonstrator that I have joined up with in Australia, and another one in the United States. But that demonstrator in particular is Terry. Look at that. And Terry's with us tonight. So Terry is another marvelous creative demonstrator, and she's part of the online crafting trio. So together we will be putting on this global retreat for everyone, starting with a goodie box that is shipped right to your door, filled with all sorts of product, over $30 worth of brand new product from this catalog. materials for make and takes, door prizes, and then we'll have lots of online demonstrations and inspiration and crafting and all sorts of fun things. So there's my little reminder for that coming up in February. If you're looking for something before February, later in January, oh my, it just occurred to me. Yes, look at that, January 26th. It's my January card class. It's also my anniversary. Love you, sweetie. Oh my. I may have to do something with the date for my January card class. Anyway, we will see. Okay, so moving on. Yes. Over here we have boughs and blossoms. So we've got some flowers and some greenery. There is a punch that comes in this bundle, and this punch is a must-have punch. Gotta have it because, again, just like the dies that cut out these little bits of greenery, this punch punches out bits of greenery, which is even better than a die because it's so much faster. So, oh yes, my camera doesn't seem to like to focus up close, but anyway, look at those little sprigs of greenery. Gotta have them. So that has been ordered. And then check this out, Easter friends. Oh my. Look at the little chick, the little duck, and the bunny. The bunny is so cute. He's so cute. Anyway, marvelous Easter set if you're looking for an Easter set. But this is also a wonderful set if you're looking to make some baby cards. These images are so perfect for baby cards. And you can just stamp them, or you can stamp them and add some color with your Stampin' Blends, your aqua painter. Again, opportunity to color if that's your thing, or you can just do it with stamping. Entirely up to you. So lots of flexibility there. I was looking for where did my rainbow go? I think we will move to the rainbow. Here we go. I was going the wrong direction. So back here, and we are into the Rainbow of Happiness bundle. We did look at this page a little bit the other night. So that's it there. Something fell off my desk. I hope it's nothing I need. Oh, no, just paper towel. I think we're good. So I'm going to set that down there, and I will bring in the real live Rainbow of Happiness stamp set. So in here, you have all the rainbow pieces so that you can stamp those in different colors. You put these onto a stamp apparatus, and oh my, you could crank out some pretty fancy rainbows pretty quickly. Some little lines of rainbow, sentiment of rainbow, and then some other sentiments that are wonderful. A little something to brighten your day. You make this world a better place. You make me happy. Just a really happy, fun stamp set. And then it does have coordinating dies. There are 8 dies in this. This cuts some rainbow pieces. This cuts, you know, the whole rainbow sort of thing. A little rainbow accent. A whole string of rainbows. Do you think we're talking rainbows here, right? And then there are some cloud pieces and then just some little scallop pieces. So those are the dies that come with it. There is also in the celebration brochure that we looked at, there is some coordinating designer series paper. So here we looked at a few of these pages the other night, but here is all of them. So where did my celebration brochure go? Because I will never get all of these colors right. I probably could, but you know, I don't trust me. So there is Magenta Madness. Let me just open it up here, then I'll get it right for sure. What does it say here? Bermuda Bay, Flirty Flamingo, Granny Apple Green, Magenta Madness, Mango Melody, Misty Moonlight, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, and So Saffron. So there's Magenta Madness and Petal Pink. For some reason, I thought there was Melon Mambo in there. But that was the other night when I looked at it, and clearly it's not there tonight. Anyway, that's okay. I don't think I did that with paper anywhere, but there's no guarantees. Anyway, it all looks good together. So here we go. First piece is, you know, I guess Magenta Madness and Mango Melody, and flip side is Misty Moonlight. And we have some rainbows in the blues and greens. Flip side is the Granny Apple Green. So as is usually the case, one side is patterned and one side is, you know, more single color and that sort of thing. Look at this piece. Isn't this fun? Look at those fun rainbows and sunshine and all that. So that'll be wonderful for making some cards. And the flip side over here is crushed curry. I don't remember reading that as a color, but I'm sure I looked that up and it was crushed curry. Okay, maybe I'm just making this all up as I go along. Some clouds, rainbows and clouds. There is also a cloud punch that will punch out these shapes. I have it on order, so I have a card I'm going to show you in a little bit with these punched out, but I fussy cut them because I don't have the punch yet. So tonight I fussy cut them, and you got to know that if I fussy cut them, they're not hard to do. Fussy cutting is not necessarily my thing. The petal pink on the background with some rainbows. Don't know if you can see those too clearly, but there's just little white rainbows decorating that. Look at the beautiful stripes there. That is just fun. Fun and a piece of paper for sure. What happened to my, where did this go? That was weird. And then on the back, we have the pool party with some little hearts. So that's what's on the back there. And we're into some stripes. This is kind of similar. Hey, Lorna, glad you could join us. What are the words? Oh, I'll go back to that in just a minute. I think you mean on the stamp set. So these stripes are kind of similar to some of the stripes in the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. So that's kind of neat. These are different, but sort of along the lines. Here we have the pool party again, just with the, I think it's kind of like puddles, rain and puddles or something. But what do I know? Polka dots, just for fun. Got to have some polka dots. And here are some stripes similar to the other piece that we had, but larger, wider stripes. That's fun. Here we have narrower stripes again with some lines and things in it. More pool party with some swirls. Here's a fun, just a whole page of rainbows. And this is soft sea foam on the back, Bermuda Bay. And this is Flirty Flamingo on the back. Rainbows, look at those fun rainbows. And these rainbows, if you want to cut out the individual colors, will cut with this die. So that goes right on there. And you'll see that in a few minutes when I start to show you some of the projects. On the back, we have just a sort of random geometric sort of pattern. And then we have the Misty Moonlight. This is, I think this is probably my favorite piece. If I had to pick just one, this would be my favorite. Again, because it's Misty Moonlight. How can it not be my favorite? I like blue, what can I say? But I love the colors. The colors really pop against this. This is the Mango Melody, and that really pops with the Misty Moonlight. And then on the back, we have more Mango Melody. So Lorna, we're going to go back to the stamp set for a minute where you were asking what these words were. So we have, you make me happy. You make this world a better place. Thank you. Sending you a rainbow of happiness and a little something to brighten your day. So yes, you would not be able to read those on camera, I don't think, but they are much easier to read in person. So there we go. So that is the designer series paper from that. And let's take a look at a few projects. So I'm terribly behind in a number of things, but look, I got the girl mounted. This is the girl that, oh, the Easter. Okay, I'll go back to the Easter. Sorry. This is the girl that we colored the first night. I finally made her into a whole card. And I used the You Make This World a Better Place from the rainbow stamp set. So, and then this is the gorgeous grape sheer ribbon. Highland Heather and soft succulent, because that's what we had used when we were coloring. So there, one of the things done that I said I would get done. Back to the Easter set for a moment. I know there is a Happy Easter, but you could probably read that one. So we have Happy Easter, my friend. May your days blossom with joy and happiness, and sending warm and happy wishes this spring. So this is Easter, but the rest are very generic. Spring is mentioned here, and blossom, people tend to think spring and flowers and that sort of thing, but doesn't have to necessarily be a spring sentiment. And my friend, well, hey, my friend is good for anything. There is not a baby sentiment in here. There's not a welcome or hello little one or anything like that, but there are lots of stamp sets that do include that kind of sentiment. I think there might have been one in this this stamp set that we looked at last night. Maybe not. I think you're one of, oh well, hello sunshine. That could work. I was thinking there was a hello little one or something sort of baby in this set, but I don't see it tonight. So anyway, that was the Easter set. Okay, so got this guy done. One tick mark in the to-do list. And then I did make a few things to show you using the Rainbows of Happiness bundle. This is just a quick and easy card. Remember I told you about the clouds and the punch that I don't have? Yes, okay. So I fussy cut them. And if you fussy cut them on the pool party side, it is easy to see where to cut, obviously, because the pool party is just the cloud shape. But then I decided to flip one over after it was cut out, just for a little change of color. So the petal pink side, there's no cloud image. If I had the punch, I could have just punched it, but I just cut it from the pool party side, and then I flipped it over. Ta-da! And here's that sending you a rainbow of happiness sentiment from the stamp set. And then, 3 points to the first person that can guess what gems I used on this card. We've talked about them a few times this week. I'll give you a moment on that one. Here is another card that I made using my favorite paper, because I had to make a card using my favorite paper. So this is the sheet of designer series paper from that package. And I layered it on Melon Mambo because I put the Melon Mambo up to this and it seemed to look better than the Magenta Madness. But I'm looking at it now thinking, well, maybe no, maybe it should have been Magenta Madness. But it's very narrow and it all works. So I'm not going to worry about it. Pool Party card base. Pool Party sheer ribbon. This is from the annual catalog. This is not new. And then we have the copper foil that I die cut with this die. So I cut that out. And then the happy birthday sentiment was from the Days to Remember stamp set, which is another stamp set just from the annual catalog. It's the one that does the calendar pages and it has all the months and everything. If you're into scrapbooking, you need the Days to Remember stamp set. But it does have some sentiments in it as well. So there is that one. And then something that I don't know that I specifically shared from the catalog, but we will go back and take a look at it. On page 9, we white on white on white, bright lights and a camera. There we go. Can you see that? Little treat boxes, little gifty boxes, little boxes. So this is it's a sweet little box. And that is, they come flat, super easy to assemble. You just fold them on the score lines and there's 2 strips of adhesive that are already there. You fold it up, you stick it together and you have a little box. Boom, done. And you can decorate it any way you like. So I just put some of this designer series paper on it with the sun and the rainbows. And on the other side, I used a piece of balmy blue cardstock. This rainbow was die cut from the designer series paper that I showed you, where the die would fit on and cut it out. So that is how I got those. I used the adhesive sheets on the back before I cut it out. And so it was super easy to stick it down here. And then I just stamped "You Make Me Happy" with Misty Moonlight. And there you go. Super quick, super easy, fun little box that you could put. Well, it would hold chocolate because you can get chocolate into anything. It would hold cash because you can get cash into anything. Yes, but you can put some little tags in there or some other sort of gift, tea bags, whatever you like, anything at all. And you can give it to someone as a little thank you. Let them know that they make you happy. How wonderful is that? Yeah. Super fun. While we're on this page, oh, look, iridescent rhinestones. Perhaps, just perhaps, that's what was on this card, of course, right? Yes, and the iridescent rhinestones, that is another one of the packs of gems that you may choose as a gift from me with your $60 order this week using the host code. You get to choose your own gift, and that's in addition to the free Sale-a-Bration item that you would earn with that $60 order. So something to think about. Okay, moving on. What else do we have for tonight? So this rainbow was cut from the designer series paper. And of course, if you cut the paper into little bits, where you get the outline or the negative, I guess. And because I used adhesive sheets to get these things sticky, this guy's sticky, so he'll be really easy to attach to something. Could just put them on some plain cardstock. I don't even have a piece of plain cardstock sitting around. Oh my gosh. I'm using cardstock everywhere when I do clean up. Okay, here we go. So you could just put it onto a single color of cardstock and then use that in a card. I was thinking it might look cute on some polka dots. I'm thinking cut this so that the polka dots are just the size of the rainbow, maybe. That might be kind of fun. Probably hard to see while I hold my hands all over it, but anyway, yeah, I think I'm going to attach it to this designer series paper just because the polka dots are so much fun. What do we have on the back? We have stripes, but you could do it onto stripes. These stripes are maybe a little wide for the size of the rainbow, but whatever you like, you could do it any way you want. There are no rights, there are no wrongs. And that's why I can't decide what I want to do with this. So, but I think I'm leaning to the polka dots. Thinking that's what I'm going to do. And then I'll cut it out and that'll become a card. And if we're really lucky, it'll become a card before the end of the week. And I will show you tomorrow night or Friday night. We still have 2 nights left for kickoff items. Okay, so I have one more project, I think, for tonight that I thought I would put together with you just to show you a little bit more of the rainbow suite in action. And that is this guy. So that one large die that I showed you, this guy, cuts out rainbow pieces, which anytime you cut out creates a negative. So here is a negative. And I'm thinking you can use these for lots of different things. I was thinking some blending brushes on some white paper behind just some colors, kind of stripy maybe. I don't know, might play with that with some of the negatives that I have sitting around. I do have a number of negatives sitting around because I cut out quite a number of these to get some different colors. So now I have a whole bunch of rainbow arcs. This is Pacific Point, Granny Apple Green, Melon Mambo, Mango Melody. So I thought, well, let's put those into a card. So here we go. I am going to use this negative. So I'm going to put this down onto, I decided I would use a white card base because I have a lot of color going on everywhere else in the card. So I thought a white card base would be the best way to go. And I'm just going to use some of the liquid glue for this because I have a fairly narrow edge there. And I don't know that you really need to glue down each of these arcs, but it will just hold them from getting caught on things. So I'm just adding some glue to these as well. Go and up this edge, and then I want to go on the edge of this arc so things don't catch in it. And I'm going to put that right down onto my card base. Again, using liquid glue gives me a moment just to get it down and then kind of get it straightened and into place because I did not have it well placed when I first set it down, but I think we're good now. Hopefully we're good because I gave it a push. Yes, we're good. And then I was thinking you could do a couple different things with these. Certainly you could just glue them all down into the space where they fit. But I was thinking I might pop them up with dimensionals just to make the rainbow really, really pop. Show you what else I have going on, and you can let me know if the rainbow should pop or not. So I also have some of the little cloud dies that I cut out. So the clouds certainly could be on dimensionals. They could be popped up. The whole thing could be popped up. Where's Ginny? Ginny loves her dimensionals. She makes everything pop. But I was thinking I would make them pop. So let's just go ahead and do it. Again, I don't think there's really a right or a wrong for making things pop up or not. Just make sure you are putting them on the right side, because these are, they do have an up and a down. So this is, maybe I should have glued them. Might have been faster than having you watch me take all the bits and pieces off of all of these dimensionals. But I should have had some of them ready to go, shouldn't I? Ah, yes, the things you think about a little bit too late. So anyway, I will get there. It might take the whole last half hour to get there, but I will get there. These things are doing funny. There we go. Okay, we're good. Do this one. Yeah, yes. Thank you for laughing with me, Lorna. You know, when all else fails, you got to laugh at yourself, don't you? I do that a lot. So this rainbow bundle is the bundle that I am using for the January card class. So if I get really organized, I wonder what I might do with that January. I may change the date of the January card class, Lorna, just an early heads up for you. I'll have to see. If people aren't available, then I won't do it. But looking at the calendar, don't tell my husband I didn't realize that till right now. Okay, he's going to figure it out. He's well, when did you book that? But I don't think about it, because it's the fourth Wednesday of the month, and it didn't really occur to me until we were talking about it tonight that, oh, I think that's the 26th, because I know my anniversary is on a Wednesday, because I remember thinking a Wednesday. How perfect. I don't work at Blue Mountain on Wednesdays, and he doesn't work at Home Hardware on Wednesdays. So won't that be nice? Kind of forgot that the night that I have my card class. But anyway, we will work it out. But my husband is joining us. Oh, that's funny, Lord. I'm gonna tell him that was one of the suggestions. He'll yeah, he has told me that you know, when I'm at the cottage all summer and I realize I need something from my craft studio, it's like, okay, sweetie, I need you to go into the craft studio. And like, oh, don't make me go in there. But I have warned him too, you know, when I get to be a demonstrator that has a larger team and lots of customers, lots of classes, lots of things going on. Look what I did after I told you not to do this, ladies. I put it on the wrong side. Let's see if we can get these off of here. Yeah, so I told him that, you know, one day he's going to be working for me and he's going to have to learn how to use the big shot and all those kinds of things. And he cringes, but I don't know that he's really worried about when that day will come. It's obviously not going to happen for a little bit yet, but I'm working on it. You know what? I'm working on it. So anyway, he did actually make a card for me for my birthday last year. It was a handmade birthday card that he made me, and it included the coupon to get 2 kittens. So that was it was a card and a birthday present, and it was wonderful. Look, I saved it. Aren't you proud? I saved it. Okay, let's see what we can do with these clouds. Well, I am going to check which is the front and the back of these guys before I stick dimensionals on it. And with the clouds, it doesn't really matter, but you may have noticed when you run things through a die cutting machine that they it just bends the paper a little bit one way, like it bends it down. So there is kind of a top, even if there's not a top to the pattern of your die cut. There's, yeah, and you can get rid of that. You just use your bone folder. We talked about that last night, just even from your trimmer. Sometimes it just sort of pushes the edge over, and then you just use your bone folder to flatten it out. But anyway, these are on the right side because I checked. Perhaps I was just, dabbing a little bit too much before. Maybe not admitting to that, but maybe. Yes. Okay. So tomorrow night, Thursday night, what do we have going on? Oh, Friendly Hello. That is one of the double sets from Sale-a-Bration. It is the Designer Series Paper and stamp set. Again, it is a stamp set that allows for some coloring, but it can also just be line images. So we'll take a look at that one. So I had previously stamped just a happy birthday. I used the Enjoy the Moment stamp set for this. And I was thinking I would put that down here. So if I put it here, then I can put dimensionals under this and the whole thing will be double popped. If you were going to put it right out to the edge and you were going to put dimensionals under here, then you would want to put 2 dimensionals under this end so that it is even, because there's already 1 dimensional under the paper on this side from the rainbow pieces. But I'm thinking, do I want it over? I could put it over here and then it would be raised everywhere. But I kind of like it over here. The other thing I could do is just put 1 dimensional here and then just use liquid glue on that end. And I think I might do that. Okay, let's do that. I don't know, sometimes on these lives, it's like, oh, I can't make a decision. What am I going to do? What should I do? What should I do? I don't spend that much time making decisions all the time when I craft. Of course, sometimes when I craft, I don't spend the time thinking about the decision, and then I end up making 3 or 4 cards before I get to the one that I'm really happy with. It's like, yes, that's what's going in the class. So now we have it popped up on this happy end, and it will just lay flat onto the rainbow ends over there. So there we go. I like it. It's fun. Just need some gems. What do you think? A little bit of bling, a little bit of sparkle. Some nice dimension on there. Look at that. That's fun. What a fun card. Should have put that card in the class. That would have been an easy one to do in the class. Oh well, another time. You can all do that one at home on your own. But what do you think? Should we add some gems? What do we have for gems? We could put some brass butterflies on here. Well, butterflies flying up in the sky into the rainbow. Don't know about that. We have some matte dots. We have some faux sea glass. Or, of course, we do have some iridescent rhinestones. I'm almost not sure it needs anything. I think I'm going to just leave it. I'm going to step away from gems. Can you believe it? Okay, everybody, mark this down on your calendars. Wednesday evening at 8:15 on January the 5th. Connie made a card and actively, consciously decided not to add gems. Terry thinks maybe the C class or the iridescent gems. I think they would both work. I really agree that, you know, you could do gems, and they make, you know, I'm going to leave it like this for now. And when you see it posted, you can check and see if there's any gems on it. I might give in, but I kind of like the plain matte look because it's got all the bright colors in it. So yeah. Okay. Yeah, Lorna agrees. Terry agrees too. Look at that. So Terry was offering some suggestions, but then agreeing that it looks great. I love you, Terry. See, I just love you. You've got some ideas to help me out, but but you go with where we are too. Awesome. My bestest friend. Okay, I think that is everything that I had to share with you this evening. So let's go back here. We will put me back up here. Look at that. Here I am again. Yeah, so that is the rainbow bundle. I hope you like it. It's a lot of fun. And, you know, the more I play with it, the more fun I'm having with it. That last card, I didn't actually, you know, I sort of had it planned and I had the pieces sitting there. But it wasn't until I put it together and saw it all popped up and put together. And all of a sudden I'm looking at it going, really like that. Yes, anyway, okay, so that's it for tonight. Tomorrow night, as I mentioned, we will look at Friendly Hello and some projects made with that one, and hope you can join me for a little more crafting Friday night. Don't forget Friday night coming up. It's going to be Connie's Craft Along, so I will actually, maybe I will try and give you the what to gather tomorrow night as well, and I will post it on the Facebook page on Friday, but maybe I will share that with you tomorrow evening as well, just in case you want a little extra time to prep. And then that will be you know, that will be kind of like mystery stamping, but we'll craft together. It's my craft along. So thank you all so much for joining me, Donna. Glad you liked the cards. So so great to see you all. Terry, looking forward to another fun evening. Oh, excellent. I am too. I have so much fun. I love when you guys are here and we get to craft and we get to chat and you get to tell me what to do. You have awesome suggestions, you know, like inviting my husband to the card class. I love it. I love it. Anyway, have an awesome rest of the evening, everyone, and we will hopefully see you tomorrow night. Bye for now.